I don't even remember, honestly. I just kind of been running around.
Pizza time.
I haven't been taking this as serious, this game. Just kind of like listening to Garrett tell his stories.
And stealing diamonds?
And I guess stealing. Oh, were those your diamonds that I stole?
No, of course not. Remember
Oh.
I only had like 5 cactuses?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we all found each other on top of that freaking huge thing, dude. Hey, Skelly. Ow. Why is Minecraft such a good game? Someone tell me that.
Well, obviously because it encourages creative freedom, and no one has ever made a game quite like it with the same aesthetics. You can also factor in the Angry Birds factor, where people really like all of the sounds associated with the game.
The Angry Birds factor.
Well, yeah, it was the most addicting iPhone game for like 6 years.
Isn't that wild? Like, can you imagine? Like, they've made so much money. They made freaking movies, dude. Like, how nutty is that? Right? Nick, your mic is super quiet, my guy.
Turn up your sensitivity. Okay,
Garrett, you
close.
joining or what? Hey, then sign out. I'll literally make it go daytime. I have that power. Hop off. Leave. Literally
No,
leave.
I
Garrett,
just got
leave. No,
here.
leave. Okay, you can come back.
I'm sick. Hey, how would you feel about doing a complete server reset? Like start from the ground up?
Right now?
Yes.
Why?
Because I died so many times.
No. Alan's playing. We gotta get good and beat him, dude. Oh no, I don't have like any plugins. We're just running vanilla right now.
Oh man, we don't have the lumberjack plugin. Oh, check
No.
it out. It's one of those butthole
No.
villagers again. The ones with the crossbow that shot me and killed me. Lit all my stuff on fire.
What a punk.
Yeah, the P villagers. Yeah, he is a little punk.
They'll
He's a little
get you.
a-hole. Yeah, he likes bum.
If people start playing a lot on this again, then I'll get all the plugins up and running. But I just haven't really put in effort because it's like, why? Yeah,
I'm
Garrett,
in
we
a tree.
can't start over because I got a cool shield. It's very cool looking.
Yeah, he killed the pillager with their flag, and now he's a pillager. He's gonna break in. I've been playing too much D&D, bro. He looted the pillager's flag, and now he's one of their own, and he has proficiency with pillager weapons and can speak their tongue.
Dang, dude.
Dude, in our D&D run right now, I have a pet octopus that I carry around in a bucket.
Why?
Because everyone has a pet except for me.
What do you
Well,
feed the octopus?
it doesn't require food.
You guys aren't playing a realistic version of freaking Dungeons and Dragons.
We're playing semi-realistic because none of them are actually experienced dungeon
No,
masters.
I'm just giving you a hard time. I would
So
do the same.
we don't account for encumbrance.
Mm. Oh, so basically you're like one of those dudes in Skyrim that just like hoards
Right.
everything.
So I have a bunch of extra clothes that I don't need. I'm carrying 6 weapons currently. You never know when you're gonna need a cultist dagger. All right, Nick. Heck. My pet octopus, I have to carry him around in a bucket because he can't breathe out of water for longer than half an hour. Oh yeah, me too. It's the worst. Yo, AJ, send me your cords, fam.
Why?
I've got 2 saplings and 9 wood. That's why.
Fine.
I've got everything you could ever need in a teammate. Plus, I'm funny.
Oh, you gonna take that flat, Garrett? You gonna let him
Yes.
disrespect you like that?
Yes.
Garrett, I'm joking. It's
I don't negotiate with terrorists.
Well, then why are you on the server?
Because Bush did 9/11 and my family hates me for it.
Oh. Alright.
Wait, so Garrett, you were saying, correct me if I'm wrong, you were saying that he didn't do 9/11.
No. I was not saying he did or did not. I was simply presenting the fact that I believe there is a possibility that he may have.
Really?
Based on the facts that have been presented, based on the evidences, factual or fictional, that have been presented to me, I think that there is a small chance he may have colluded in some way, shape, or form.
Like,
Really?
fly the plane or allow the
But, you know, I didn't get a chance to present any of the facts because I didn't want to. I was berated by my loved one. And even when I tried to, my brother, when we got out of the car at the camping place, I thought that the conversation was over. And then when we got back in,
Ooh.
Nate was like, Garrett, tell me some of the stuff. And I was like, no, not here. And he's like, come on. I was like, Nate, no, not here. He's like, please just tell me why you think he did it. He's like, I don't know if he did it or not. He's like, I was like, Nate, I'm not gonna tell you. He's like, just one. I was like, fine. And so I said it, and I whispered it to him, and immediately the whole car erupted again. And I was like, Nate, this is why I didn't want to tell you, because I knew everybody here was gonna get pissed.
This
And
is
I was
why
right.
we can't have nice things.
Exactly. And I was right, and you should have not egged me on. And then 25 minutes later, the conversation finally ends, and I was like, I looked at Nate and I was like, see? And he just mouths, sorry.
Nice.
I know. I love being berated by my loved ones.
Yep. Well, dang, dude. Got a little bit frisky there. Tell me more. Tell me more. Present facts to me. I wanna hear
Okay,
your
well,
side.
here's the thing. I don't know if they're facts because of this. In conspiracy theories like this, you don't know what the facts, and you don't know who's telling the truth and who's lying is. That's why I don't want to be a judge.
Okay.
There are
Judge
ways
Gibbons.
of telling. The all rise for the honorable, mother effers. Yeah, kneel. I don't want you to rise. I want you to kneel. There are ways of telling when people in person are telling the truth versus lying, but when you're looking at history, it's kind of difficult to tell facts from fabrication. So anyway, that's why I tried to look at all of these non-objectively. I think that President Bush was a good president. I think he was a cool guy. He was Christian, all right? And I think that he was nice. I didn't know him super well because he wasn't the president when I was old enough to give a rip about politics. But that being said, some of said evidences may have led to other things. Now, the phrase Bush did 9/11 is just, in my opinion, funny, you know, because people make a big deal about it. Bush. You know, at the football games, they had the cardboard cutout of Bush
Yeah.
at Corner Canyon. Yeah, all right. I thought that was funny because there was no context, that it didn't matter, you know. It's just completely random. Who has a Bush cardboard cutout of Bush at a football game, right? Anyway, I don't know if this means that the president was in on it or just the government in general. And based on the description of President Bush that I have, accumulated through the evidences that have been presented, I think he maybe didn't know about it. Okay, and if he did, he didn't give in to the terrorists as much as he thought. Now, some of the things that have been presented in against his case or against the U.S. government in general are, well, for one thing, how do you declare war on terror? How do you declare war on communism? I don't think
What
that
would have
it's.
happened if World War II never happened? That's
I
what
don't
I'm
think.
wondering.
I don't think it's justifiable to say, I think this idea is bad, and we're gonna fight and kill anybody
Disagrees.
who agrees with that idea, right? And so sending soldiers to Iraq and Iran to fight an idea is not okay with me.
It's
Now, if it's
stupid.
threatening you personally or the country as a whole, then yeah. Now, was terrorism threatening the country? Probably not. And if the president and or the government was colluding with Iraq to, threaten the country, then yeah, send the soldiers. Because guess what? That means you get a bunch of government subsidies. You get a bunch of extra cash now flowing because, quote, we're at war. It's kind of like when the president goes golfing. You're like, hey, bro, what are you using our tax dollars to go hit some balls? All right, cool. One evidence was that. Oh, that was sketchy. One evidence was that was a really good time for a war. Wars are good for the economy, right?
It depends on if we win or lose them. Because if we lose them, it's like we're just screwing
When
ourselves
has
over.
America ever lost a war?
Vietnam.
Okay, shiz, you're right. Other than Vietnam.
We didn't win the war in Iraq either. We haven't won wars. We haven't had a good streak for a minute, my dude.
All right, we're on a losing streak.
We definitely are.
I haven't been really paying attention. But wars are good to stimulate the economy even if you lose, because people are like, oh, we're at war, we got to save money, oh, we got to buy war bonds, and oh, we got to do this and that, and we got to unite as a country to fight terrorism, and we got to tell all of the people who are that they're bad and quarantine, and all that. It was good to unite the country, and it did that. Now, it pissed off a lot of people because now we have airport security. My understanding was that on the day of the attacks, there were phones on the planes, and every single phone record on the plane was deleted. On the planes were deleted. What's up with that?
Not only saved some of them, like they were playing at my school, and honestly, it sounded like it could have been from like a 20th century phone, not a phone from like I don't know.
So all of the evidence mysteriously disappeared. Some of us don't have beds.
Okay, well, continue with your.
Did that work? Can I come back now?
Yes. Yes.
You remember when Zach Anderson wrote that on the board and Miss Johnson freaked out and made them write their paper on it?
Yes.
So this is where some of this information came from, with Zach Anderson. Apparently, right before the planes went off, a bunch of electricity in a bunch of restaurants surrounding within a certain radius of the Twin Towers all went out, and everyone was like, what the crap? Why would that happen? And apparently that happens when a bunch of rigged explosives go off. Now, another part of it was that there was the claim made that the buildings all completely fell over because the jet fuel from the planes started leaking out and caught on fire and burned the poles, right? So part of the really big part of the conspiracy was jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams.
Okay, and?
It's because it doesn't. And structurally speaking, the towers wouldn't have fallen down from two airplanes. From an architectural standpoint, unless all of the beams and supports in the building were hit, it should have stayed up. And even if it didn't, it shouldn't have completely fallen down either. The bottom half should have still stood.
So all these facts that you're, I'm basically Hannibal Buress right now. So all these facts that you're giving me, are they actually facts? Like, do you have?
I don't know. That's why I said what I said at the beginning.
So this is just
That's why-
information that you find interesting, then.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Also, I saw a picture of a perfectly rectangular hole taken out of the side of the Pentagon from a wing of the Pentagon where everybody was evacuated beforehand for, quote, oh, what was it? Shoot. Maintenance. Everybody in that wing of the Pentagon was evacuated for maintenance, and then all of a sudden a plane crashed into the building, but a perfectly rectangular hole was made by the plane in the side of the Pentagon.
Interesting.
Indeed.
So do you believe this stuff?
I don't know what to believe.
So, well, if you don't know what to believe, why don't you look
I
into?
simply was presenting facts and think that Bush did 9/11 is a funny thing to say. Also, I really liked that meme. Buzz, you missed the trunk. We're not aiming for the trunk.
Yeah, that's a good one. So you just where did so you heard some of this from Zach? Where did you see some of this other stuff?
I saw the picture in school, in high school, and I've also discussed the architecture stuff with an architect from my mission.
Like an
I
architect.
talked with a couple people from my mission about it, but the architect was an architect.
Huh.
He wasn't a member, so I don't know if he was doing drugs or something, but
Okay.
Hey, Jedi.
Greetings.
Hey, you should tell Jedi your thoughts. I want to hear what Jedi thinks. I'm reserving my opinion because I'm
my
just.
favorite though was I asked one of my friends' roommate. I asked Kyle's roommate Carl. He's like, Carl, do you think Bush did 9/11? And he goes, what? It's like, you like conspiracy theories, right? He's like, yeah. I was like, do you think Bush did 9/11? He's like, I don't know. He's like, what do you mean? I said, was 9/11 an inside job, Carl? And he goes, no, of course not. The plane came from the outside.
That's terrible. Okay, Jedi, what do you think on that? Do you think that Bush did 9/11?
Probably not.
But you can't say with utmost confidence that he didn't.
No. I can't say much of anything with utmost confidence.
I don't know if... I don't think he did. I don't know how anybody could live with that for the rest of their life.
You'd be surprised what some people can do, Garrett.
You're right.
So, do you have any other
Evidences?
yeah,
Not
these
that I can
these are
remember
interesting to
right
listen
now.
to. What's okay?
You want me to do a quick recap for Jedi?
If you want. It's your call. I'm just curious what Jedi would say
you
if he had
wanna-
an opinion.
You want me to tell you the reasons why one has tried to lead me to believe why Bush did 9/11?
Sure.
Yeah, please say no. I don't want to tell them all again.
Hey, bad creeper. Hey. Hey. Okay.
I love it when I'm just underneath a shaft and it's back.
Hey AJ, are you recording right now?
Yep, I've been recording
Is
this whole
one
thing.
gonna be called Bush did 9/11?
You know it is.
Alright. Jedi, I will tell you.
Alright, here we go. Recap.
Okay.
Here, I'm gonna start a new one.